Let's talk about how to improve your English by using a whole range of interesting formal and informal intensifiers. It's not only about very and really. Hello, I'm Shona and I run Perfect English Grammar. We help millions of students every month improve their grammar and their English. We use intensifiers like really, absolutely, or truly to make adjectives or adverbs stronger. Instead of good, we can say really good. Instead of brilliantly, we can say absolutely brilliantly. We use some intensifiers in formal situations, like extremely or highly, and others in informal situations or everyday speech, really, super, totally. It's extremely unlikely that the results will change after the meeting. This is quite formal. I thought the ending of the film was super cool. This is quite informal. Some adjectives need specific intensifiers, which we'll talk about later. The most common intensifiers in English are really, very, so, to, and extremely. Some intensifiers show something is a little true, and some show that it is very true. They can change the strength of the adjective or adverb. To make a word weaker, we can use words like a little, slightly, or somewhat. To make a word stronger, we can use words like very, extremely, or absolutely. She is tired, neutral. She is a little tired. This is true but not very strong. She is extremely tired. This is very strong. Here are some intensifiers that we can use to make the adjective weaker. Somewhat. She's somewhat interested in the idea. Fairly. The directions were fairly easy to follow. Slightly. I'm slightly disappointed in my team. Quite. The book was quite interesting. A little. The soup is a little spicy. A bit. I'm a bit tired. Here are some intensifiers that we use to make the adjective stronger. Extremely. She's extremely good at solving problems. Highly. He's highly skilled at repairing cars. Utterly. It was an utterly unforgettable trip. Truly. She's truly passionate about teaching. Really, her speech was really interesting. So, the view from the mountain was so beautiful. Totally, that's totally unfair. Very, the soup is very spicy. Completely, the streets are completely empty. Absolutely, I'm absolutely sure I locked the door. Incredibly, his speech was incredibly inspiring. We can also use intensifiers to be more specific. Particularly, I'm particularly proud of this project. Especially, he's especially talented at playing the piano. Some intensifiers are more common in formal situations, and others are more common in informal situations. The feedback we've received has been super positive. This is informal, and so maybe not appropriate for a formal business meeting. The shopping centre was exceptionally busy today. This is formal, and so it might sound a little strange in a conversation between friends. Formal. Extremely. This meeting is extremely important. Highly. This course is highly recommended. Exceptionally. She did an exceptionally good job. Truly. We're truly sorry that you didn't enjoy your stay. Somewhat. The results were somewhat disappointing. Informal. Really, that film was really funny. Super. The food was super tasty. Totally. I'm totally exhausted after that workout. So, it was so cold last night. Pretty. The hotel was pretty cute. A bit. I'm a bit nervous about my interview today. Some intensifiers are both formal and informal. Utterly. The proposal was utterly unrealistic. Fairly. He did a fairly good job. Slightly. I'm slightly worried about the exam. Quite. It's quite hot today. Absolutely. That's absolutely right. Incredibly. It was incredibly cold yesterday. And very. He's very friendly. Not every intensifier works well with every adjective. Some combinations sound natural because we usually use particular words together. We call these combinations of words collocations. If you use the wrong collocation, people will understand you, but it sounds a little strange. For example, we don't usually say extremely freezing, or completely starving, or absolutely silent. On the other hand, here are some collocations which are very natural and common. Absolutely with brilliant, fantastic, or amazing. The food was absolutely fantastic. Completely with wrong, silent, or different. The room was completely silent. Very with tired, happy, or cold. She felt very tired after the run. Highly with recommended, skilled, or unlikely. The book is highly recommended. Really with boring, interesting, or nice. The lecture was really interesting. Extremely with important, difficult, or rare. It's extremely important to study for the exam. Totally with amazing, unacceptable, or different. Her behaviour was totally unacceptable. When we choose an intensifier, we also need to think about whether the adjective is gradable or ungradable. Most adjectives are gradable. This means the adjective can be stronger or weaker. We can talk about different levels of meaning. It's also natural to make comparatives and superlatives with gradable adjectives. For example, hot is a gradable adjective. We have levels of hot. It's hot, it's slightly hot, it's very hot, it's extremely hot. Spain is hotter than the UK. Today is the hottest day of the year. But a few adjectives can't be used in this way. The adjective is either true or not true. Boiling is an example of an ungradable adjective. Something is either boiling or not boiling. There aren't different levels of boiling. We say it's boiling, not it's slightly boiling, not it's very boiling, not it's extremely boiling. However, we can use some intensifiers with ungradable adjectives for very strong emphasis. These intensifiers are absolutely, totally, completely, and truly. Here are some examples of ungradable adjectives and the appropriate intensifiers. Boiling. It was absolutely boiling in the car. Delicious. The meal was absolutely delicious. Devastated. He was completely devastated when he lost his job. Enormous. The house is absolutely enormous. Excellent. This work is truly excellent. Exhausted. She was absolutely exhausted. Fascinating. This book is completely fascinating. Furious. She was completely furious. And terrible. What an absolutely terrible day. Let's now talk about some common mistakes with intensifiers. It's easy to use intensifiers like really too much. It's fine to say really good occasionally, but sometimes, particularly in writing, it's better style to choose a stronger adjective instead. The service was really bad. Maybe too simple. The service was atrocious. More interesting sentence. I received really good feedback from my manager. Instead, we could say, I received exceptional feedback from my manager. That's more interesting. Instead of very small, we might use tiny, miniature, or compact. Instead of very good, we might use excellent, fantastic, wonderful, or brilliant. Instead of very happy, we might choose delighted, thrilled, pleased, or overjoyed. Instead of very big, we might choose huge, enormous, massive, or gigantic. Instead of very tired, we might choose exhausted, worn out, drained, or shattered. Instead of very sad, we might choose miserable, heartbroken, gloomy, or devastated. Instead of very bad, we might choose awful, terrible, dreadful, or atrocious. Instead of very cold, we might choose freezing, icy, glacial, or cutting. Instead of very hot, we might choose scorching, boiling, sweltering, or roasting. And instead of very interesting, we might choose fascinating, engaging, captivating, and gripping. In summary, remember to choose the right intensifier for the situation, formal or informal. Use natural collocations like absolutely amazing or highly recommended. And try not to use very and really too much. Sometimes a stronger adjective or a different intensifier is better. I hope you found this lesson useful. And if you'd like a free mini English lesson twice a week right in your email inbox, please click the link in the description to sign up. And I'll see you in the next video.